See you, buddy, Jewish boy out here, and today we're going to be going over pretty much what happened this morning in the market. Today was actually a great trading day. I told you guys I've been doing this new thing, just basically switching over the time frames of when I normally trade. Obviously, if you guys aren't new here and you watch my videos, frequently or whatever, you would know that I do the 9:30 to 9:45 candlestick. Okay, that's the 15-minute time frame. But because of the market, the way things are going, I've been just basically exploring different things. Because the New York Open has been terrible. It's been absolutely awful. And one thing I prayed about previously, right? Before the war even happened, right, was that I wanted to find a better entry zone for even my 9:30 to 9:45 candlestick, right, and that closure things I've been teaching you guys for a long time. And as you guys have noticed, if you have watched the last video, you noticed that I've been doing the 8 a.m. candle, okay? And it works like clockwork all the time. I'm not going to sit here and say that you're not going to fail or that you're not going to lose, because you can enter wrong. It's easy to lose, okay? That's how the market is no matter what. Especially when you get in your own head about things. I feel like I've lost out on a lot of trades as of late with this 8 a.m. candle out of fear, out of the fear of what the market's going to do or whatever. And I don't know, I just constantly want to remind myself and remind you guys that, our God is with us, and we don't have to have fear towards these things. Just trust him and, just go in with everything everything you've been taught by God. If you're watching my content, maybe you're trying my strategy out. And again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not someone you should be listening to anyway, but besides the point, let's go over pretty much what happened today, okay? And go from there. So we have our 8 a.m. candle. Where was it? Where am I even looking at? Jeez, I'm right here. So we have an 8 a.m. candle right here, I should say. Sorry, this green one. And I'm going to move everything up so you guys can kind of check out what happened here, okay? So, and I'm telling you, it worked perfectly this morning. Today was a perfect rejection block, which I'm going to get into. Besides that point, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm not trying to, make you guys buy a course. None of that crap. I'm here to show you guys what I do. And if you guys appreciate my content, just make sure to like it, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff, so you don't miss out on the content more than anything, okay? So we have a high right here, we have a low right here, and we are then switching from the 15-minute time zone to the 5-minute time zone, okay? And what we're looking for is the same exact thing that we look for in the 9:30, okay? We look for a closure on either the bottom side or the top side, okay? As you guys can see this morning, we had a complete closure on the bottom side, okay? What does that tell us? We're looking for shorts upon open, okay? Upon the market open. Not gonna happen every time. Again, news can impact this. Things are gonna happen, so don't, you know what I mean? That's part of life, it's part of the market as it is, but let's just show you guys pretty much what happened this morning, okay? So we went in for a short right here, we got a short confirmation is what I should have said. We did not go in for a short. We basically waited for it to come back up. I guess some people could have went in for a long in this position, seeing kind of where it was heading to. We went into a long, whatever you want to do as far as that goes. I wait for my perfect entry place, and right here is what I've been teaching you guys, right? Is we're waiting for it to come back up to either the high of that 15-minute 8 zone, right? Or in the middle of that zone and reject it, okay? What we're looking for, quite frankly, right, is a rejection inside of that candle, inside of that 15-minute time frame, okay? As you guys can see, we had a perfect rejection this morning at about the 26 area, around there, right? I had a short position, I think at 532, okay? And one thing I've been losing a lot on lately and not getting my full trades in is because I'm seeing these rejections and waiting for it to come hit my point, when sometimes the market's just not going to hit your point and it's going to reject anyway, right? And that's what I was kind of looking at this morning. I'm like, we had a complete rejection off 526. It kind of was already hesitating, kind of coming back down a little bit from there. And I actually ended up getting in for a short at about 509. It came up this one last time, and I saw that it was rejecting that same exact thing. It really wasn't pushing into the 530s or anything. I obviously would have had a short position open if it already did. I took a risk. At the end of the day, I knew that it came halfway into that zone. Put my, my stop loss up here in this region, right? Normally, I go in for 3 micros and, 2 to 3, depending on the trade. I tell you guys this all the time. And I'm looking for $700 profit range, 750. This morning was 770, 767 or 770, something like that. But as you guys can see, came up, rejected this zone, completely shorted all the way down. I got out at about 380? Yeah, 380, that's what it was, 380. I think it was right here, around this range. And as you guys can see, we actually ended up shorting all the way down to 327, came back up for a long, probably going to attack these highs of the 8 a.m. candle now, right? But besides the point, I'm just trying to show you guys this works, right? This really, really works. And I've been testing it day in, day out lately, and really just to show you guys from yesterday. I didn't record yesterday, but going over pretty much what happened. God is teaching us something good here. So I know not a lot of people watch my channel, but whoever it is, God's taught us something good. So, Let's go to yesterday's, right? 324 at 8 a.m., right? So let's check out, so pretty much see what happened yesterday. I did not get to record yesterday, so I apologize about that, but I'm gonna go over it now. So we have our 8 a.m. candle right here, right? We have our high and our low set, as you guys can see, right? High, low, and then we switch from the 15 minute to the 5 minute. I'm show you guys it works like clockwork. Again, I'm not saying you're not going to lose, because losing is part of the game, right? It's unfortunately part of the process. Anything can happen in the market, but I'm going to show you guys that, like, I like to see that it works pretty consistently. Not every day, but pretty consistently, right? That's what we want to see. So as you guys can see, we're going to go, where is it? Right here, okay? We have a closure on the bottom side, okay? And the market was very slow yesterday morning, for me anyway. I did not like it very much, but basically, this is what I wanted to teach you, right? Is that like I told you guys yesterday, I'm starting to learn from, you know, my failures, right? And the reason being is that if you look right here, I put a short position because we had that closure on the 5 minute. I put a short position up here at the top of the 8 a.m. candle to go downwards, right? It didn't want to do that. It went up 3/4 of the way into this 15-minute zone, and it didn't happen until 11:25 a.m. But it did happen, right? It comes back up into this zone that we're looking at, right? We would have short right here. I should have hit the short button at 380 when I saw it rejecting. I didn't. You know, I'm being honest. I didn't even trade. You know, what happened was I actually had that short position open on some of my eval accounts, and at the end of the day, I got blew out on all my accounts because I had it in. I didn't cancel the damn trade, being a moron, and 4:30, I completely forgot about it and got shorted out. So we had some crazy news, as you guys can see right here, and I got blown away on all my eval accounts. But besides the point, well, I'm gonna show you guys pretty much that it works, right? We had, if you had been listening to what I'm telling you right now, I'm like, ooh, we didn't necessarily go up to that high, but we're heading right back down into these lows now, right? Into the lows of these 8 a.m. candles of the 24th, obviously yesterday. You could have shorted that and made a lot of money. I mean, even if you had entered in right here at the 319, or, you know, you saw this rejection off of the 380 point, you're like, I really like this, right? And you entered in right here, right down to this one, I should say, you would have made all their money back, right? But if you, I guess if you had entered in right at the short position, which would have been right here, you could, yeah, you probably would have gotten stomped out. Meh, depends on what your stop loss was. You might not have gotten stomped out. It really depends. I would have waited for back up one more time and then coming down all the way down here, as you guys can see. So I love this strategy, man. I really do. I'm going to continue to do it, continue to record it. You know, if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, notification bell, so you don't miss out on this content. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.